Unity are looking better. Airstation Mike took the previous win, and 1-3-3-7 is something that Cormac has been learning about. That's all I've got for the start,
I
mate.
really want to make a comment on the 1954. Then what, you don't know about the year 1954?
I'm not that old.
Really?
Yeah.
Could have fooled me.
All right, so I said I'm taking a break for the rest of the week. I'm sending you home, mate. I've been here longer than you. Yeah, I'll commentate with Gio.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Things turn around, didn't it? Yeah, I thought that might happen. What's also turned around, though, is the Airstation Mike boys. They're back in #1 spot, but with quite a significant margin this time around.
Yep, that's what I talked about. That lead climbing up 162, but PG18, they got 5 points that last game, still holding out in second place. But 3D Max, they haven't had really they've had a lackluster day. They even ended last week with a lackluster day as well. So it was up to them to kind of reset themselves coming into this week, and they haven't seemed to do that for now. But Miramar is another opportunity. You talked about Airstation Mike. They look good. They've got 59 points in 6 Miramar games. That's nearly just under 10 points a game.
So even if they just grab an extra 10 points here, it's not the end of the world off the back of that win. But let's see what they can do. Maybe they'll get some more. We've got an interesting set of planes today, to be fair. We've stuck over a bit more to one side than anywhere else. For Miramar, this isn't too bad, though. It can work out. But do I get my beautiful little duo island on this eastern side? Come on. You do want to give it to me?
You do deserve it, in fairness.
Mate, I'd love it. I'd love it so much.
I know.
I'd just want to see one team just fully commit to an island. Anyone in Twitch chat actually drop on them islands? Or try and get there straight away? Does anyone actually play like that? There must be some mad public player that does that.
Sure there is.
He's just praying. He's playing like 6 million games. And the one time it goes there, he's like, it paid off. I've been prepared for this my entire life. I'm so ready. Damn it. We've gone over. Oh, we've gone really far to the west, though. Valdemar's still within it. Ladrillas is going to be the kind of central location towards it. 3D Max won't be complaining about this one at all. I'm a bit worried about this kind of northeastern side, because the rotation down from that is going to see a lot of these teams clash with each other early on. Who's going to make the first moves? Tornado having El Pozo is going to be pretty nice for them, because they probably will just sit around how Tornado play for a good amount of time, and then when it starts to come in, just watch the other teams and where they go. For the teams down in the east, like Last Crew, PG18, and Jokers, you've got the nice rotation in. You're not really going to be too worried about that. The two teams that we have with InsideGames and PG18 being within Los Leonas, those are just going to have to make a decision of, okay, which way we go from here, basically.
Pretty
like,
much.
how do we get out of it?
Pretty much. Jokers will definitely have the easiest of the rotation into Circle down south, because they landed in the south part of Los Leonas, and they'll just be able to take that road and maybe head into either Valdemar or to the north area of where Valdemar is. Another team that has a really nice spot is Milky Way. They landed in ToWzErA. It's going to be a solid location for them. They'll be able to then make their way through how they want to.
Do you know what I spent some of my weekend doing? Trying to remember what the original Milky Bar song was. So I had to go on YouTube to find it. Yeah.
Only the best is good.
So I was trying to turn it into like a way that if Milky Way get a win, that I'll be able to bring up some like crazy hype and sing that at the end. I've got something planned pretty well.
Okay.
The problem is they continue to not do well again, and I'm really like, come on, guys, I've planned something special for you here. I'm so ready.
I bet you when they get a win, it'll just drop out of your head as well.
Oh, don't say that. What's even worse, right, is if it gets a win and it's just not a hype win, which means you're just not going to waste it then.
Yep. It has to be like another 29 point.
Okay. Or the 30-point game I said they might get. Miramar's a hard game to get that on, though. That's for damn sure.
True. I'll tell you what, but if they do it, I'm sure it'll be worthwhile to hear James's sing-along and the rapsiness of your lovely voice.
I'm just planning it out in my head now. Like I've literally, I'm knowing exactly how it goes down, because I've replaced certain words of it to be iconic with the team, and become their own little like winning theme tune.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, like when wrestlers win in WWE and they're like, they get the final pin or they knock someone out, and it's like then their theme plays. These boys are gonna have me singing.
They should do that though, right?
I'm so
They
down.
should have a quick 5-second clip of a.
Could you imagine
song?
everyone that wins and they get their own song for it?
Oh man, and that would be so cool. And then you could purchase a song on iTunes and it goes towards. Oh man. Anyway,
On iTunes, you've just offended so many Android users.
Well,
Google Play and
Google
iTunes.
Play, iTunes,
Just offer it on
Spotify,
everything. There we
God,
go. Cover it all. Jesus. Don't offend people. You know what the internet's like, right? You said iTunes.
Deezer as well.
There's a load of who uses that. There's a load of people currently in chat, saying what is wrong with Cormac? Like we thought he was a cool guy, and now he's admitting to be an iPhone user.
He didn't. He was disappearing, guy.
Wait, so you were the guy that was having a go at me and Timmer for having iPhones. You're the only one that doesn't have an iPhone, and you're then bigging up iPhone before anything else. Nice loyalty there, mate. Yeah, solid. If anyone plays games with Cormac, do not expect him to be loyal. He will stab you in the back.
No, because the phone is different to the music part.
Can you get your iTunes on Android?
No, but I can get it on my computer.
Solid. But who listens to music on the computer anymore unless it's YouTube?
I do.
Oh, man, you really are.
Because I've got Spotify, so I can go from phone to computer, computer to phone.
This is how lazy I am. I have it play on my computer, but I still control it all by my phone.
Yeah, there you
go. That's the way to do it.
Exactly.
Big boy plays.
Anyway.
Can't do that with iTunes.
Teams have been rotating. Teams have been moving. You have 3D Max that have made their way down south. Tempest have made their way down south as well. So has Northern Lights. So what that does leave it is that it does leave a chunk of space between Picado, Power Grid, and El Pozo where teams can actually at least make their way into. Airstation Mike, who are normally quick on their rotations, realize that in this situation, in this moment, it actually probably wasn't worthwhile, so they've left it a little bit longer.
Scuba diving Set rather than scuba diver Steve. He'll be picking up this supply crate in the water and be happy with this one. Interesting, what we saw when we had the map screen up then is Tornado. They didn't actually go to challenge at Monte. They've gone all the way down on the far western side. So they've gone for a different style of approach, which won't see them take the fights very early on. And it's not giving them a central position, but it's giving them a position where they can catch a lot of teams moving around. And I think that's kind of their plan now, to set up on the side of the road. Last crew have done the smart thing. They've gone down at the south. PG18 actually went through Los Leones, which is interesting.
But look at Seth. He went for the crate. And he's going right into the path of last crew. The whole team are there. You'll have heard the vehicles. He should be able to avoid them because he'll have a little bit of protection from the coastal line. As you were talking about catching people out, Example has caught out Reggie Birdo from Team Moves.
Reggie's like, I will hide behind the tree and get all the cover I need. Come help me, teammates, please. Oh, that's smart by Example, though, because if these players are pushing up, that nade might do some damage. Didn't cook it for long enough. They were able to escape it. Example falls back because he knows it's just not worth it for one kill.
Exactly.
Reggie should get rezzed up. Double still pushing forward on this. And Example will just back away. His teammates can see him in the back lines. You can't see it on the map at the moment, but they are close enough to at least provide some cover fire if needs be.
You also have BetterLuckNxTime coming in to the circle from behind Team Moops. And the Boom looking for Muck from last crew. Tab does find onto Rip and takes last crew down to 3 players.
And Set was able to pass over all the information. You said about him hearing it, right? So you can let them know what's going on. Mucky's the next one to go down. Moon's getting the job done. And guess what? It's the Boom and Moon with the opening kills for Jokers. It's like you could have predicted it, you know? It's not like they do it every single game for the Jokers.
Nice to see them getting on the kill board as well early on, because normally they do it later on in the game when it comes to the later phases. But based on their rotation, the fact that they kind of Valdemar all to themselves and they've moved their way up north of Valdemar, it's paying off. And this is what I was talking about. Kizik has connected onto double. They had the south side, but Example has actually stolen that kill away. So BetterLuckNxTime did all the hard work. And Tornado Energy swooped in and said, no, we're going to take this away. We should have gotten a kill onto one of their players early on. It's rightfully ours.
Now, BetterLuckNxTime were the first team to go down last time. They ran into Airstation Mike, and they actually took the challenge onto Airstation Mike. They shot at Hugstar and then went, oh no. And all of Airstation Mike started charging at him. This time around, they've got a few teams near him, but they're the team further towards the north of all the action.
Oh,
Moon again. It's just every time.
Then Hawkey rolls into the tab and actually knocks him over. Interesting how that played out. Might not go towards. He moves to the phase. He shifts up north towards El Pozo, Monte Nuevo. That's going to provide a couple of hard shifts for these teams, and it's going to make it very difficult for the teams down south.
This is very interesting. Last Crew, Jokers, Moops, Tornado,
Yeah.
Better Luck Next Time. Better Luck Next Time now, being the team that was the furthest north, going to be completely fine to move on up. PG18 are probably thinking, where the hell do we go from here? Whichever, for them, actually, it might just be better to go backwards. Go out east, even take some damage from the blue, work your way up north.
Easily. Oh, they've loads of space. They could go around Picado and they'd be absolutely fine and go around Power Grid and head up north to the hills above the fields of El Pozo. That would be a pretty solid spot. The only thing is if phase 3 shifts down south, it could put them in a slightly compromising position. But either way, I definitely think PG18 have a solid rotation point.
Now we look towards Milky Way. Off string up high. He'll be able to see Furax speeding away. Seemingly wanting to chase some of the 3D max players. But if he overextends here, they seem to have a good enough setup they'll be able to force him away or potentially take him down. And off string, he falls back. He doesn't want to gamble it just yet. And it truly would be a gamble. By the way, see this little water tower here? Doesn't that remind you of Animaniacs?
Oh my God.
Like, every time I play Miramar, I see it, I'm like, yep. This gives me them flashbacks. I'm rolling back the years today, and I'm going all the way back.
Like,
I'm only here for one day, so I've got to make an impression on the first day. I've just got to go full ham.
history lesson with James Banks.
We're going through it all. If you don't know what the Animaniacs are, it was a very crazy Warner Brothers show. It was a lot of fun. Google it.
Back when cartoons were actually good.
Well, back when you weren't penalised for everything because everyone's
Pretty
sensitive and wimpy these days.
Yep, pretty much.
You literally can't say anything anymore.
Nope. Cartoon shows were actually creative and on the cusp of
Borderline insanity in
something like that, but in a
Invader
good way.
Zim's terms. Do
Yeah, in a good way though.
you remember Invader Zim?
Sorry?
Invader Zim? The dude was like putting in, so he was taking people's organs out. This is supposed to be a kid's program. He was taking people's organs out
Yep.
and replacing it with like fireplaces and radiators and stuff.
Sure, Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Oh, God, yeah. There's some classics. Oh, we need a movie night, mate. Cuddled up on your sofa. Watch an old school program. So that's how you build a good casting relationship, a bond.
It is.
Ask Toby, we spent many a night together.
Oh, talk about spending many a night together. Let's talk about these teams spending many a rotation together. Airstation Mike made the play to actually shift down the south side in their rotation. Now, they're able to hug on, but Odstrelovac connects on the hockey from Team Moops. So
Stolen.
we will see, stolen away by
Of
Combo
course.
once again.
Compo's that sneaky guy that runs in, takes a few shots, and then just backs away, and he's like, ha, thanks for that. He's the one that like pokes you with a stick when you're down. In his terms, it's poking you with a bullet.
Yep, pretty much. And that's what, like, Airstation Mike, part of the reason why I love their rotation is because that little guitar-shaped edge, that's not actually accessible on the map. So by them hugging that kind of coastline, so to speak, that edge line, they only have to look kind of in a 180-degree perspective, making their way into the circle. And there's a couple of little compounds that they can kind of make their way through. The only thing is that now they are coming very close to the likes of
Moops again.
Tornado Energy. As Team Moops are eliminated 16th.
I want to know what's going on with these guys. It's starting to get very scary.
Like 16th game 1,
Yep.
11th game 2, 16th game 3.
Not what you want to see at all. And last crew, they don't want to see any more of Tornado. But this time, better luck next time, helping them out at the same time. Last crew out in 15th. And despite having not a bad game on the second Durangle time, this one is not going to work out well for them at all.
Not indeed, as Tornado Energy trying to dance around the bullets coming out from Airstation Mike, but Melman connects onto ToWzErA. See, these are two top teams. Tornado Energy haven't had the best of starts in the final stages, but as we see the progression through in these days, they've shown signs of strength, shown signs of improvement, just trying to find their momentum.
ToWzErA should be able to be brought back up, no problem. Compot's trying to run forward on it. Hugstar's holding the line. Jazza's there just over the top as well. He might actually spot. He does. Jazza in a nice spot there. Bit of a side swipe coming in. Trying to get the nade out to make sure the finish off does come in. Compot hoping to escape. And he does, at least for now. Hugstar's bringing ToWzErA up. Jazza is doing everything he can to keep him at bay, but Hugstar gets knocked. This is not what they wanted. That's less than ideal. Joker's getting that one done. ToWzErA finished off by TAB as well. Airstation might have to be oh so careful. They need another smoke down there.
Yeah, the third party from Joker's down the south high ground did work out as YMCA going up against Tampus. And he finds Kajudi. Now he's secure with the grenades, but he's out in the open. Going to take a lot of damage. It gets knocked down. So does Hure. Tempest find themselves under pressure. Only Hani left standing.
What can Hani do from here? He at least needs to be able to take down Sampula, who can hear what's going on. Good awareness, shots coming out. But Hani does manage to get more connecting.
Hani does have the wall, but YMCA have the manpower. We see Sampula, Turbo Banani flanking around. What's he going to do? Try and peek his way through. But going into a 1v2, it's always going to be tough as Tempest are eliminated in 14th place. Nice to see the aggression of YMCA coming through.
Yeah, really solid stuff there from YMCA. 2 games in a row now, we've seen plays like that, and it's the teamwork, it's that communication we continually talk about. That's what you want to see. This is getting so hard now.
Northern Lights, look at Airstation Mike. So close together, and the circle has shifted to the west, favouring Tornado Energy, who did lose a member earlier on, but are still a 3-man team, and Melman will join the rest of his team. That is Example and Aliyah.
Now for InsideGames, they've been picking up some kills today, but they've not been able to get the placements as high as they'd like. They're going to be running alongside PG18 as they're trying to work their way up here.
Wow.
seniks should be careful. They should all be careful. More damage coming out towards them. Kills across the board. This rotation has not been easy. Wanderer trying to bring many of his teammates back up into this. Putting some smokes out for cover. But is it going to be enough? InsideGames so close to him. They're hugging the corner of the wall. He tries to push his way out. Pixel takes some shots for it. He needs to avoid any potential nades coming out. He doesn't know exactly who might be in there and what they'll be able to do. seniks shooting from both sides. He didn't know who to shoot at first, though. He will go down, but how much more can his teammates do? Pixel and Odstrelovac, the only ones still remaining. Yubica's back on the floor. Recrent's very low on health. The Wanderer, he's right on the side, but he can't see him through the smoke. Odstrelovac now trying to come into it, but the Wanderer still gets the damage done. Pixel now fallen on the floor, and Odstrelovac, he needs to keep this going. He is the solo member for InsideGames, and he does not want to go down with 0 kills.
There's also Milky Way in the background popping shots off in both these teams' direction. The shots come through. iZoom gets the connection on, and InsideGames are eliminated. And now Milky Way making their way through. Recurrent with a grenade connects on the off-string, so that was a little bit unexpected. Milky Way weren't expecting it. Can the revives come through? Can the healing come through? PG18 are eliminated at the hands of Milky Way.
What a way to third party that. 5 kills already up for Milky Way, and they don't want to slow down yet. Manda's going to go and look for cover, but DP and iZoom, they're there alongside him. iZoom pushed up far, but headshots come in, and TheTab's the one to deliver it. Now the Jokers will push forward, but Moon, he's slightly further away from the rest of them. They need to group up and go and push on this if they want to take down Milky Way.
We haven't really talked too much about the teams on the east side of the circle because most of the action has been happening on the south and the southwest side, but quick math, they're making their way through. YMCA, who did get the better of Tempest, they have 3D Max close by. 3D Max are a little bit split up, so it'll be interesting how that does pay off. And better luck next time, they have the center of the circle.
If they can make that center circle work, they could have another good game once again here for Better Luck Next Time, but it's just few too many for them. That's the problem, hence why they're currently in 16th place.
They've just had too many 0 game points and not enough high result points that it's really going to be an uphill battle. Yes, they did end last week with a strong performance with that first place in Sandhawk. They got like a strong amount of points in that last day. I think nearly 50% of their total points came in that last day alone. But he's got to continue it on, make those strides. Solar connects onto Turbo Banani.
DP's nade here. Can it connect? Can it do the damage he needs it to do? Set on the floor. That's the first one. Moon's still in it and alive. Going to go in for the second nade straight away on top of it. Milky Way, they're not done yet. Despite having only 2 players, they believe they can get the job done. That's 6 kills already, but they're not within the top 8.
Could this be the 29-point game? that we saw them do in the first day. Could it be a 30-point game by Milky Way? They definitely look pretty strong. They're being calculated with their movements. They kind of let InsideGames and PG18 take each other out. They came in and cleaned up. They've done well to connect onto Jokers, as fEJK does try and find Quick Math Jupsix connected on.
I feel like we haven't been able to talk too much about 3D Max, so they've not done anything huge just yet today. But this could be the game them to do it on.
Oh no, Unity. North Compound trying to connect onto Enfilenzo, as our BetterLuckNxTime, because you see though that north side in between the fields, BetterLuckNxTime are there, Unity are there, and with this circle shifting down south, that rotation from Unity is going to be so important. Do they head east? Do they head west? Or do they go straight in and breach the compound that BetterLuckNxTime have?
Yeah, but they just want to fight for it. It's certainly an option. Sampula is going to lose out that duel. Encelenso will win it and see YMCA go out in 11th place. Now, Encelenso cannot afford to take too much of this circle damage. He's healing his way up as much as possible. But it is not going to be an easy push in. He probably will just die out to it.
Probably will indeed. Unity now make the call. They're pushing in. We've seen Quizzy gets knocked down. Kizik does confirm that kill indeed. And now Unity going right into the hands of ELGIGANTEN. BetterLuckNxTime. Tornado Energy. It's going to be tough for Unity. Will they survive? It doesn't look like it. Nope, they won't. Get taken out in 10.
Unity tried, but it just failed too hard. Two great games to start things off with here. Miramar becoming 10th place, not the end of the world. There's DP. He pushes forward. He managed to get one knock in, but that's all he was able to get. Man's now spraying down the boom, and he wants to finish off. He wants the extra kill point. Is he going to be able to get it, though? He needs to be careful. He could be trying to sneak away. Taps it down, does get it, and now he needs to find two players. Tab and Moon, the only ones that remain here for Jokers. For Mans, it's a 1v2. These are never going to be easy. Oh, he spotted from the angle through the window, gave away his position, and now Mans has to reconfigure himself. He needs to understand how to do this, but Moon comes from the top. Moon does the damage, and Milky Way out in 8th. Jokers, they are never, ever to be forgotten about.
Never, ever indeed. We did see Quick Math being taken out as well. By BetterLuckNxTime, they just really pushed onto the edge of the circle. And now BetterLuckNxTime and 3D Max. He said we haven't had a chance to talk about 3D Max. We're going to be talking about them now. Jazza does knock down fEJK, gets that kill. 3D Max down to 2 players and being pinched by at least 2 teams.
Noki tries to sneak behind the rock, but his feet are seen by Fate and Kissick. More shots come out towards him, and he's the next one down. Solar and Phantom may still be alive, but this push coming out from BetterLuckNxTime is going to be very hard for them to fend off. As Phantom's taking a few shots, good amount of damage done towards Kissick, but he needs to make it work. Finds himself the first knock, but can he find Fake now?
At least the hut does go in the favor of 3D Max for now. All it's going to take is a couple of grenades to really pay off for his team.
Scoping it out, looking. Wants to ensure that he spots even the slightest pixel that moves forward. He knows they're going to have to move before him. Solar already getting the smokes deployed to give him cover to back away when needed. Every move they make, another shot comes from a different team. Airstation Mike shooting at them. BetterLuckNxTime trying to reposition themselves up north. They don't want to fight this with 3D Max anymore. They don't want to waste anything.
You also have ELGIG spread out in the north. So there's a full squad there popping shots in the direction of BetterLuckNxTime. So keep an eye on that as Tempest. They found compound in the center of the circle. Airstation Mike, they've got to go up against Jokers, and this is going to be a strong fight. It's 2v2. We know what Moon can do, but going up against the top team and 2 of the best players in the PEL Contenders, you could argue Jazza and Hugstar.
Big spray down coming in. Arctic's trying to avoid bullets. He's out in the open. He needs to find that cover again as smoke goes down. Marcelek tapping away. He gets the job done. Can Arctic's call to his teammate in time? No, he can't. He's finished off by MOORPHEUS and ELGIGANTEN. They got 4 players up and running. The only team with 4 players up and running. They've got the western side of the road, and anyone that comes out into an opening is being absolutely destroyed.
So it's been a trade between Airstation Mike and Jokers. Moon does get confirmed. Hugstar is still just knocked down. Can Jazza find the Tab? Tab is down to 48 health. He's got the boxes as a protection. But will Jazza go for the revive? Will that be the wise choice? Has the Tab found the footsteps? Tab down to 4 health. but Airstation might get eliminated. Great response by TAB.
Now, we spoke about Moon and DeBoom, but TAB's up at 6. He's a solo player alive for Jokers. He's already found his way to top 6 within this game. Northern Lights again making it to the top 8 as well. But are they getting the kills alongside it?
Well, they've got a tough spot. They do have protection on the east side of the circle, but it's an open road, right? The advantage for ELGIGANTEN is they have a dip on the edge of the road, which they're kind of protecting and peeking up. We saw the connection on the BetterLuckNxTime, so it is kind of favoring them for now, but with the circle shifting up northeast, BetterLuckNxTime, Tempest, and 3D Max, who survived against BetterLuckNxTime, and a couple of teams around them, are still inside the circle.
Yeah, they're trying to make the magic work here. Northern Lights know it's a desperate time for them. The smokes will provide good enough cover for now, but still, Elgig will take the shots through it. Couple connected onto deep there. Tab's also being tagged up. One might say he's been tabbed down to low health.
That was terrible, man. That was
so
pretty bad. That
wasn't
was
it?
so bad. Like, that was...
I was trying to work something in with that one. Remember, I'm trying to spunk 4 days of this magic into one. The Tab's looking to spunk as many bullets as he can into these Northern Lights players that are pushing him. He's completely outnumbered and outgunned, but he's avoiding the grenades for now. Comes in with a spray down, but it's not going to be enough. Deep, though, he will find himself being finished off. Phantom picks off 2 of the Northern Lights players, and he'll eliminate them. The 2 3D Max players getting the job done.
Nice. He did have a bit of help from the TAB from Jokers, to be honest. Got that knocked down. Put Northern Lights under a lot of pressure. As MOORPHEUS looking for better luck next time. They made their way across the road. Again, they have the ridge of the hill, but Tempest saw that. The grenades being popped out. ghostar is knocked down. MOORPHEUS is the only one that is left standing. Nope, not anymore, as Kizik confirms the squad wipe onto ELGIGANTEN.
And BetterLuckNxTime. Still 2 players in it, but they've looked so strong within this. Tornado, they've got the compound here. They know exactly where all the other players are, and instantly Kizik goes down. Faultlessly, he can't poke into this. He can't save his teammate.
Look at that spread coming out from Tornado Energy. Look at Melman getting that kind of flank and that push around. They would have heard the shots that were firing. They would have seen that kill feed. They know where Phantom is. But has he peeked a little bit too much? Getting protection, getting help from Example.
Oh, Solar stealing that one away. It's not a bad pickup. Faultlessly just proning his way across. But the moment he makes even a slight bit of his self visible, they will take the shots.
True. It's a bit of an open ground. The circles, it's gone up northwards. Faultlessly is still inside us. That's good for him. Solar has to make his way through. He would actually be better off maybe pushing up north and just going in onto Faultlessly if he has any idea. He doesn't have any grenades, so he hasn't got any kind of utility, but there's more protection with the rocks where Faultlessly is. I'm surprised Phantom isn't looking to join him, but I think he's also a little bit pinched.
Yeah, this is the problem. 3D Max have been up here quite some time. The fact they've even been able to stay alive this long is impressive alone. They're going to try and join up with each other by the looks of it. Times are ticking. Faultlessly not wanting to move anywhere just yet. He is proning this up, believing that he can get the second place because Tornado will have an idea of where he is. They've seen where he's shot from, but they 100% have all the information on 3D Max, and they don't want to allow that to go. Now, you can see Aaliyah's working his way around the side there. He's gone for the more central position for Tornado. This will allow Example and Melman to try and push up on it, but 3D Max have to be so careful here. They don't just walk over Faultlessly and die, and that's what's going to happen for the first player. Instantly goes down, Faultlessly doing God's work, but he doesn't expect it from the side. Faultlessly tries to stay up in it, but Tornado pick him apart, and Tornado get the win. They wait for the fights to go down, and they'll take first place with 8 kills.
Like, it was always going to go in the favor of Tornado Energy. Don't get me wrong, you talked about it. They just had that position.
Yeah.
But 3D Max, they made the play that I suggested, which was the 2 of them go up north, but they were just too far apart. Therefore, the response rate just wasn't quick enough, and they got picked apart. And, hey, look, Tornado Energy, they came in and they said, hey, look, we'll pick up the pieces.
And the thing is, with 3D Max there, they also knew someone was around that area because they were taking shots at both the BetterLuckNxTime players down there. I think the problem, like you said, is yes, they didn't do it quick enough in terms of being able to refrag, but either way, the moment any of them engage with anyone, you know Tornado would just be picking them off anyway. Yep. So had they even been there to refrag very fast, it would have instantly been the same exact
True,
thing.
true.
There is not a world in where Tornado doesn't win that unless they miss all their shots on the moving targets.
Yeah, okay. That is fair enough. I just think when you look at it as a player, if you take Tornado Energy out of it, right, and you just focus on those two, that was just a little bit of miscommunication.
That's what I said. I agreed with you on that point completely. It's just either way, Tornado are just going to be like, ha, because it's just, you're just waiting for them to make noise and you go, okay, well, I can poke this now because they're out, they're exposed, and we can finish them off. Milky Way, though, they tried some interesting tactics here. They got pinched after trying to third-party themselves the way into that fight, and, well, it didn't work out too strong for them. Again, Joker still looking good no matter what goes on. And this was nice to see that Tab could step up as well.
It was indeed. And Jokers, they were down south. You had Airstation Mike rotate there. You had Tornado Energy. You had Northern Lights. Outside of Tornado Energy, they came out on top of those teams. And really great play from Jokers overall, especially considering the fact that we normally see them play quite separately. But in those phases, in those circles, they had to stick together as a team.
Oh, Tab, that was it. Look at that 4 health, and he was still able to get that done. And full respect to him for even being able to get the knocks on the Northern Lights players here. This did then massively help out Better Luck Next Time, but he did his best to just stand strong and take fights no matter what was coming at him. And this is the bit, right? So look, that's where you saw it. Solar knew exactly where Faultlessly was. Phantom just that little bit behind, and Phantom doesn't even get the kill onto Faultlessly there. This out will go down, and it's Aaliyah picking it all up.
And credit to Faultlessly, he did actually get that point onto 3D Max, so that was a extra mark for them. And 4 teams getting 0 points. Moops, Last Crew, InsideGames, and Unity.
And poor Unity, they're actually in that game quite until the later stages, but they just had to rush forward. They tried to, and then they got picked apart very quickly. Tornado and Better Luck Next Time, though. This is interesting. Look at that 13 kills for Better Luck Next Time, only 5 placement points, and they'll still jump up there and be at the very top spots.
13 kills for Jokers. Wow. Crazy points for these top 3 teams. Tab and Kizik with the damage, same damage as well, 674.
Twins, Jinx.
I remember, like, oh, I can't talk now, actually, when you say Jinx.
There you go.
And look at that, Kizik and Tab. Jinx. I'm getting 7 kills each.
You just jinx yourself. You literally just jinx yourself.
Hey.
Smooth.
Hey, look, I'd rather jinx myself than you jinx me, right?
Yeah, but now I've jinxed you and you've jinxed yourself. You're, like, doubly screwed now.
They counter each other?
There. Oh, really? Yeah, okay. 1887, do you know what that stands for?
Well, what does that stand for?
Nothing. I was just going to troll you for a while. At least you got it that time. At least you were on point.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But yeah, like that head-to-head. Better Luck Next Time. I told you they can get the kills. They are a very aggressive team. They are individually very talented. Just their placement results have faltered. Now getting that 2nd place, that is a good start for them.
And now all things are about to change. 1 more game remains for today, and it's going to be Sanhok coming up next. You can forget what you've seen on Erangel and Miramar, because this is where the craziness begins, and this is what we love to see. Go to the toilet, grab yourself some snacks, or maybe a final drink, because this final game will be coming up after the break.